Welcome back to the channel, and today we're talking everything Transformers because I read a very interesting article regarding the Transformers cinematic universe, and we will get to that in just a moment. But isn't it funny how everything can change off the back of a 2-minute plus teaser trailer? Now, if you cast your mind back prior to the trailer being released for Bumblebee the movie, you would have been getting headlines like this: the Transformers cinematic universe is no more. Paramount don't care about Bumblebee the movie. There is no plan for Transformers on Paramount's movie slate. Bumblebee the movie is a one and done. We should not put faith in this. Paramount didn't want to give a big budget to Bumblebee the movie because they don't care for Transformers. So we got all that kind of stuff and more. And I do get it. Michael Bay's Transformers cinematic universe wasn't everybody's cup of tea, and Transformers The Last Knight didn't live up to expectation. But it didn't mean that the Transformers cinematic universe needed to be canned, nor did it need to put a negative spin on Bumblebee the movie, which was already in production. And that's what we were getting: rumours that Paramount Pictures had no faith in Travis Knight's film. Totally unnecessary, and just look at it now. 19 million have viewed the trailer in just over a week. That is massive. And you can see for yourself if you head over to Paramount Pictures YouTube channel, and if you go a week back, maybe two, go even a month back or further, nothing comes close to the official teaser trailer of Bumblebee the movie in terms of views. So now all that disappointment, all that negativity prior to the trailer appears to be gone. Now we've got optimism and the fact that people are excited about the Transformers cinematic universe and where it's going to go now that Travis Knight has given it a heart. And there's even talk about a Hasbro shared universe, and apparently it starts with John Cena's character Agent Burns. And this brings me to the article by ScreenRant, which you can check out the full article via the link in the description box below. But ScreenRant go on to talk about how Hasbro and Paramount have been keen to get this shared movie universe underway. But if you think about it, that's been pretty difficult to do with Michael Bay at the helm of the Transformers cinematic universe, and Transformers 5 The Last Knight ended on a cliffhanger. Now, if you haven't kept up to date with Paramount and Hasbro's movie slate since all the changes and the removal of Transformers from their movie slate completely, the movie slate looked a lot different. So the movie slate was supposed to go like this. In 2017 we would get Transformers 5, and we did. Transformers The Last Knight. In 2018, this year, we would get Bumblebee the movie. Bumblebee the movie was listed as Transformers 6, and we are getting that in December. And in 2019, we would get Transformers 7, the follow-up to Transformers The Last Knight. Now, we're not getting Transformers 7, we know that now. But if you think about it at that time, if that movie slate was going to continue, Paramount and Hasbro would find it very difficult to create a shared movie universe. They would have to wait until the conclusion of Michael Bay's franchise and at the end of 2019. And with the fact that Transformers The Last Knight didn't do well, it performed poorly at the box office, it didn't go down well with fans, and the critics canned the franchise, it's kind of obvious why Hasbro and Paramount didn't want to wait. And it's now being expected that Bumblebee the movie could be the start of this shared movie universe. Now, I've said in previous videos, if Bumblebee the movie does well, I wouldn't be surprised if Hasbro and Paramount decide to reboot the Transformers cinematic universe from Bumblebee the movie. But this could be even bigger if they're going for a shared movie universe. And a shared movie universe is a very optimistic task and a massive task to do with big risk associated to it. And now I'm going to read you the extract from the ScreenRant article which suggests in how this could be done. Now you'll have to forgive me if I get some of these names wrong because I'm not up to scratch with all the brands that Paramount have under their belt. But the article reads this: Hasbro have been ever testing their shared universe in the pages of IDW Comics, where Transformers, G.I. Joe, ROM and Mask have shared a comics crossover. The next step is to bring this heavy metal mayhem into the movie theatres, and that could start fittingly with Bumblebee, the most popular Transformer beside Optimus Prime. Meanwhile, along with the Mask film, Hasbro is also in the early stages of producing a G.I. Joe spin-off about Snake Eyes. How this all ties into John Cena's Agent Burns would be if he becomes part of Mask, or if not, whether Sector 7 becomes like S.H.I.E.L.D. of Hasbro for a shared universe, with Burns himself potentially serving as their equivalent to Agent Phil Coulson. So, Hasbro and Paramount would be going for the jugular if they go for this. And would you like it? Now don't get me wrong, I'm all for Hasbro and Paramount looking for a character that can entwine in the Transformers universe. I originally suggested someone like The Rock to play that sort of role, so John Cena would be perfect. And if his character, Agent Burns from Sector 7, moved from the Bumblebee movie to another Transformers film, that would be perfect for me. But that movement is all within the Transformers franchise. I wasn't thinking bigger in terms of Agent Burns or whoever turning up in a completely different brand. Now I know it's been done in the past with Transformers and G.I. Joe, but is this the time to do it? And would the Transformers fandom be receptive to it? Because for me, something like this, if they did go ahead and push this, might only alienate the Transformers fans who have just come back to the franchise because they had faith in what they saw in Bumblebee. And for someone like me, who is a massive fan of Transformers, but not so much of G.I. Joe or some of the other brands that Paramount have under their belt, something like this doesn't exactly excite me. It concerns me as such, because I think at this point, if you did get Bumblebee the movie and it is a success and you get it right, I think you should be capitalizing on the Transformers brand. It's big enough as it is. And if you go for the jugular by trying to jumble up all this, it could end in massive failure. So, you know, just take a look at the DC extended universe. Hasn't quite gone to plan, although I don't mind it too much. Now, I don't know if anybody else has heard about this, but there was a time where I think Sony was planning to do a Men in Black crossover with 22 Jump Street. Something like that. How does that work? You tell me. So, this to me is just as crazy as trying to do that when you just might have done well on a Bumblebee and Transformers film. But, you know, this is all at the moment just talk, but it is a fact that Paramount and Hasbro are interested in a shared movie universe. So get involved in the comments section below, and also go and check out the article by ScreenRant. It's a very good read, and it kind of opens up your eyes to think, crikey, how big could this be? And it could either go one of two ways. It could either be amazing, or it could be a terrible disaster. And if you're a Transformers fan where you're thinking Bumblebee the movie's looking pretty good, and you're hoping for something to come out after that related to Transformers, and then they go for this, you might just end up being a bit disappointed, and in fact a bit more detached from the franchise than you ever was before. So I want to get your views and opinions on this. If I could have my way, I would like the Bumblebee movie to be a success, obviously, and if it is, then we look at more films based around Transformers, and if it so happens to be that someone like Agent Burns is in those other films too, then great. If it entwines into becoming one big Transformers film later on under a different director, even more interesting. But to go all out and go for this and jumble up different brands, it just concerns me. So get involved via the comment section below and let me know your views and opinions. Would you like to see a shared movie universe by Hasbro and Paramount, or would you like Transformers to stay on its own? Let me know. I want to get your views and opinions on it, and I also want to know your feelings right now as a Transformers fan. Are you optimistic now you've seen the teaser trailer? Are you looking forward to the future of Transformers? I know at the moment we still lack that news from Paramount and Hasbro, but surely after seeing the positive reaction, something has to come. Hopefully the film lives up to expectation. Transformers, let's not forget, is a massive franchise for Hasbro and Paramount, and I'm sure they're not just going to let it sit on the sidelines. So get involved, check out my other Transformers content. We've got Autobot battles, Decepticon battles, Ultimate battles. Of course, we're always talking Bumblebee the movie, and sometimes we're going to do things like this where we simply talk Transformers. Get involved, and as always, this is Delzinski signing out.